Jay Gruden, fired. Ron Rivera, fired. Freddie Kitchens, probably fired. Matt Nagy, probably fired. Jason Garrett, if they don't win a Super Bowl, fired. There's going to be a lot of jobs wide open up for grabs. Do you think a college coach like Urban Meyer, who's been spotted now at the Redskins game and his name's been linked to other jobs, would do well as an NFL coach? And what does it take to be a good NFL coach? Ike Taylor as a two-time Super Bowl champion.
Well, hello there. Utilize the promo code PAYTHEBILLS and get $20 off your first order from SeatGeek. Now, back to the magic.
I think the best fit, and I don't like to call for coach's job, but that's just how it goes. I think the best fit is Dallas, because he's been with Zeke. He understands it's a nice situation. It's not too much for him to do going into Dallas if Coach Jason Garrett winds up getting fired. You have a quarterback. You got a young tight end who's improving right now. Or if you want to keep Jason Witten on board just to show the young tight ends how it's done, you got a defense just looking at how they played last night. If they continue to play and develop because they're young, they're going to be excited. And that's the defense you're looking for on that side. So I think just going into a perfect situation, it would be Dallas for Coach Urban Meyer. The only thing is Jerry Jones.
Jerry's been the GM since 1994 for the Dallas Cowboys. That's so long, by the way. There's no other GM in history.
He's been the kryptonite. If he can just stay out the way. Jerry Jones, when you want to talk about business-minded, being business-savvy, there's nobody better than Jerry. I give him that all day. Well, as far as, football operations and just from a GM standpoint, Jerry hasn't done bad. From a GM standpoint, I got to tip my hat to Jerry on the guys they've been drafting, and he haven't done bad at all. It's just now it's a dark cloud always what it seems over the head coach's head.
Agreed.
Hey, Jerry, I'm giving you all this leeway. I'm letting you draft the guys you want. You can't even let me coach 100%. You always got something to say.
Well, Jerry literally always has something to say, and everything he says is always going to get magnified because it's Jerry Jones, and that's how he wants it. That's how he likes it. That's how he's created this $5-point-something billion franchise. But if you look at what happened last night with the way or yesterday with the way the team is built, and the way he said, hey, this team is built for the long haul. Do you think a college coach is a guy that could work not only for the Cowboys, but in the NFL? It has not worked in the past. You look at guys like Saban, Petrino, these authoritarian-type coaches have not. Schiano has not worked in the NFL. Do you think it's something that Urban could work in the NFL?
Yeah, and the reason why I think it will work is because that's where it's going. If you just look at what Lamar Jackson and the OC is doing over there, the OC wind up having 4 or 5 different college OCs come and him sitting down and talk to him and asking how will you use a Lamar Jackson. See, the problem is these offensive coordinators, they've been stubborn, they've been stuck in their ways, and they don't want to learn. So now you have a head coach who's already in a college mentality, a college mode. And now what you're going to do, you're going to go back to the Mississippi State days with Dak. You're going to go back to the Ohio State days. You're going to look at your offensive line, which you always had at Ohio State. You're going to look at Zeke, and you can be like, you know what? This is the same kind of system. Let me tweak what's good for Zeke. Let me tweak what's good for Dak. Let's go back to this college system. Let's simmer down on some of this terminology. Let's make these guys comfortable. Let me make Dak not have to think so much. Let me get a ball to Zeke and Pollard, and we're going to win some ball games. But when you have an OC who can think like that, yes, you're going to succeed. When you have all these old-school OCs and they don't want to change and they're stuck in their ways and they get a personnel guy who can't do what they do or fit in their system, they don't want to change. So it hurts the Michael Vicks in the long runs. It hurts the Randall Cunninghams in the long runs. But when you see what they're doing with Lamar Jackson, when you have an OC who changes up his whole offensive scheme for a special guy like Lamar Jackson, you see what they're doing.